This is Dale Coachman, editor-in-chief of Ski Magazine at the Stones Throw 2K8 tour. My man right here, PB Wolf, CEO, man in charge of Stones Throw. Real quick, the brief story, how did it all start? Why did you start Stones Throw? Real quick.
Man, yeah. Well, the short version is in the mid-90s, like all the major labels were taking over, and
Whenever you're ready.
actually,
He has a line.
I can't do that real quick. It's hard because it's such a long story, but really like when the majors, when they first tried to do hip hop, they didn't know what they were doing, and then by the early 90s they were really on point. By the mid 90s they were whack again, and that's why I started Stones Throw. It was like 95 was a hip hop independent renaissance movement, and I just jumped in there.
Right.
Could have been anybody.
Did you ever think that it would get to this point where you would have like just an ill dope squad behind you?
I mean, I have like a great team of artists, so yeah, I mean, I'm really blessed for that, because like, you know, I used to concentrate on one artist named Charisma, and he was like the dopest that I ever met, and he passed away at the age of 20, you know, so at that point I didn't know, like when he passed, you know, rest in peace, and he's like why I am where I am and all that, so.
Right, cool. Anything else you want to say to the cast of DC, scheme readers?
Man, I'm glad I'm just finally out here. It's been like years and years. I've been in Baltimore a couple times. I was born in Aberdeen, Maryland, so not too far from here. So yeah, kind of back home.
Thank you.
Back to where I was born.
Thank you, man.
Have a good night.
What's up? It's your boy Dale Coachman, editor-in-chief of Ski Magazine. I'm here at the 2K8 tour. Stones Throw, my man Percy P. Real quick. How did it all get started when you first picked up a microphone?
I started rhyming in 1979 from the South Bronx, Patterson Projects, and I've been rhyming since '79, but I was really inspired by watching people out in the parks throwing jams. They used to call it jamming, but they used to throw jams. The first DJ is Kool Herc, so he inspired a lot of people that have been coming out with their equipment, sound systems out in the park in the Bronx. And around my project, when I grew up, I had that early, you know what I'm saying? So before I was rhyming, hip hop started in '73. So I started in '79, so it spread around, you know what I'm saying, since Kool Herc. And I started making records in 1988. So from '88 to now, like 19 years, I got a new album. It's on Stones Throw. I call it Perseverance, because I'm still here in the game, still doing what I do. God bless me, you know what I'm saying, and still be standing here and just keeping me in good health. So I'm keep on pursuing it, my dreams. It's my dreams. I'm doing it young. Now I'm doing it professionally. I'm traveling the world,
So fast forward real quick, when did you go from Percy P to get introduced to Stones Throw and then actually know the label?
Well, I mean, when I first met Stones Throw, I met them doing what I do. Like I'm known for like coming out on the street grinding and pushing product and CDs independently, hand in hand. So I was doing that for years. I was making records in the '80s, but during the time period that I didn't have a deal, I went on the streets to keep my name out there. Instead of waiting for the deal, I just went on the streets to make sure people don't forget me. So I was hitting on the streets corners with like cassette tapes, going to Fat Beats Records, because all my records that I made was carried in Fat Beats. So I figured that was the spot where I should be, because these people that went to Fat Beats would more likely know who I was. And that guaranteed more likely than standing in front of like a Virgin or Tower, was it more the mainstream, and I'm not a mainstream artist. But I'm pursuing, I'm trying to be mainstream. I do want to reach that plateau, you know what I'm saying? But basically I just went on Fat Beats and I did it for years, and I met stuff, and I used to hit up a lot of clubs, come to a lot of shows, come through crowds, pushing CDs, did it for years. And I met Stones Throw when they came to New York one day. I just came up in the club, selling them CDs, they bought music from me, not knowing I was Percy P. And they was like, yeah, we got a show tomorrow, you should try to come out. And I was like, yeah, I'm an artist too. I'm an Percy P. You the same Percy P that did some Lord Finesse? Once I told them who I was, I said, yeah. And they was like, yo, man, we'd love to get in contact with you and whatever, stay in contact. Wild Child had wanted me on this album, which is the Secondary Protocol's first 12-inch, me, him, and Metaphor. And I started working on my album. Wolf was like, yeah, I'd love to do an album with you. Madlib was like, I'm gonna do all the beats. And then he decided to remix all the songs. So I got like a remix CD, it's called Perseverance. And the rest is history. They also put me on that J-Lib album. J Dilla and Madlib when he was alive, Dilla. They asked me to be on that, on the Champion Sound album. So I spit a song, it's called The Exclusive, which I performed tonight, for cast that, it's in J Dilla's memory, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the last cats to ever do a song with him when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? Followed like from the last album that he recorded while he was alive was Champion Sound. I was blessed to be on the album and they produced a track for me that I rapped over. You know?
What's it like working with them cats? Like what was it like working with Dilla and Madlib and
It's dope. I mean, I only did one song with Dilla, but I was just fortunate to be on the album, never knowing that he was going to pass away. You know, nobody knows when it's your time to go. So it's a blessing for me to be a part of his legacy. And I'm taking life every day, like right now, living it right now. That's why I'm out in the crowd dealing with people. I'd rather deal with them every day and push my music every day. You never know when it's time to go, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to deal with people and catch up for the years, for the lack of exposure that I had for many years when a lot of people didn't know who I was, but they might have heard of me through radio or word of mouth. I'm trying to make up for all that. I'm trying to be in people's faces when people know. If you ain't heard me rhyme me yet, you probably know Percy P from being on his grind and you heard about it. You know how I do, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make up for years. I do need the money, I mean, like anybody else. I ain't in it for the money. I'm in it for money. I do have to take care of my family, the bills and all that. So I'm on the grind. I spend my time with the fans. I make myself, and I'm a fan too, so I try to put myself out there as if I would want the artists who I appreciate to be available for me, like asking for autographs. So I make myself accessible to the fans. That's why I do it all the time. And I bring it myself directly. I don't depend on people pushing my part. I like to do it myself.
So what you got? What's up next for you?
I'm still working. You know what I'm saying? I got a new product. I need to start working now. I mean, I got ideas and stuff, but I got to keep the momentum going. But even though I have the album out, I'm still on the street because not everybody know who Percy P is. So, you know, people listen to me and don't even know who I am. I might be playing a video game, 2K8 bounce, you know, sports game, the NBA. Might be playing that and listening to me because I'm on the game. But you probably just don't know who I am unless you go online and just Google my name or YouTube and see me. So I'm basically just out there in people's faces, making fans on the street, first fans, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do every day.
Appreciate you taking the time, man. Now you know who he is, Percy P. Don't forget his name, Stone's Throw.
MySpace.com/Percy P. PERCEEP. Legendary one, y'all, in the building in your presence.
All right, peace.